Hi, this is Sean White from XDC Australia, and you've now tuned into the next XDC Real-World Asset Series. In this episode, we have a great conversation with Alex Kors of the STASIS the largest European stablecoin issuer. Alex, do you want to say hi?
Hello there. Great to be here.
Thanks, Alex. Would you like to, just before we launch into what STASIS is all about, would you like to give us a little intro about yourself and what's your position at STASIS?
Sure. My name is Alex. I'm the CMO of STASIS, and I've been with the company for several years. We are not just the largest, we're the most transparent and all the stablecoin issuer.
Let's talk about STASIS. And as a business, when you joined, what was its aims and goals at the time, and how's it changed and how's it developed since those days that you joined?
Sure. Well, STASIS has pretty extensive history. We're not the oldest in the global terms when compared to industry companies, and we hope to hit two decade years of operations later on. But still, the last 6 years, there was a lot of development. But very simple terms, our mission is to simplify and enhance financial operation for companies and fintechs in the digital age. So long story short, think of it as a European version of a Silvergate network, with its like facilitating cross-border transactions, whereas a hedge against crypto volatility or enabling instant transactions. EURS network will be your point of entry into crypto. It offers versatile, efficient solution for individuals and businesses alike. And what's great about it, it has a great track record. So over the years, we've facilitated 6 billion euros of value on chain and more than 250,000 of transfer with 0 failures. Actually, we started as a company back in 2017. We established STASIS, the base of operations in Malta. And later on, in June 2018, we launched EURS, or STASIS Euro, simple as that. And it's not just for Eurozone. You could use it globally. You can utilize it in 175 countries. So you can buy and sell EURS straight from the source and actually sell it into 30 plus different currencies, not just the euro, which makes it attractive for global users. Because, Sean, we're not just aim to help Eurozone with crypto adoption, we aim to help global world with this crypto adoption. We consider ourselves to be a global non-USD competitor.
Well, that's interesting. And I imagine with Europe, it's such a large multinational swag of countries.
You're right. There are 44 sovereign states or nations in Europe. So intersection of expertise, financial, legal, and technology and marketing, of course, is vital. So we at STASIS, we believe that Web3 ecosystem should be accessible, hassle-free, right? So we developed this our own unique on-ramping infrastructure, streamlined from conversion of traditional currencies into digital assets. And of course, you have to help regulators sometimes, because our team started with actual education of regulators. In 2018, there was no frameworks that exist right now. And in a few months, if you probably, or the audience are not aware, we're going to see MiCA regulation in Europe, which is going to make things a bit challenging for many projects, but ultimately that would bring ultimate transparency into the industry and bring more adoption, bring more trust to it, which is a needed part to achieve global adoption in the next 5-10 years.
So Alex, in the early days when you were first started with STASIS, you said you brought on some other integrations.
We had dozens, I would say more than 100 integrations over the years. You can go to the STASISnet ecosystem page and you see all the partners listed, starting from centralized, decentralized exchanges, marketplaces, wallets. We continuously monitor the market and work with the new partners to unravel the new or some exciting use case for the stablecoins. And since we naturally start from ETH, most of the integrations that utilize Ethereum-based layer. As for XDCNetwork, we start to actually implement it and work with the local ecosystem projects just a while back. So there's no ecosystem history, but I can mention a few part of ours we're happy with. So we start with XSwap, the DeFi platform, and we now work with WeFi. It's another great DeFi guys we work with. There's a Comtech Gold platform, a tokenization for gold, and we've partnered just recently. There's PLI Oracle, great team. Big thank you to them. They're very instrumental in helping us to achieve an Oracle and XDC in very fast and efficient manner. There's also Tangent Wallet, also Decent Wallet, number of great wallets, different architecture, different audience, but they both support us on XDCNetwork. And a few of latest partners are Fathom and Circularity Finance.
I saw that news with Circularity Finance with the earn to learn.
Circularity Finance is what you call refi. It's innovative projects aim to make ultimately reshape the educational sector and make the crypto not maybe just the better place, but more exciting place. That's for sure. So it's let's say a novel pioneering use case for us. And as we make progress in XDC, we have to see more partners in the network.
With the Circularity Finance, they're quite into their whole regenerative finance sustainability model. Is that something that Stasis also finds particularly interesting?
Yes, first of all, transparency is our core pillar, and education is another one. So we align in both terms here. And I think that sustainability is for a broad term that has to be revisited as often as possible.
And also, Alex, I know obviously some big news dropped with Fathom this week. What's your take on that? How excited are you about that?
Yeah, we are excited indeed because we're finalizing a new integration on XDC that took a while to complete, and very respected and exciting partner of ours, which stands in the nexus of DeFi and real-world assets to broaden actual EURS stablecoin offerings on the XDC network and transform the dynamics of the local ecosystem. So the Fathom is another platform we work with, aim to explore the DeFi liquidity use case. And it's very interesting because XDC is still a maturing ecosystem with a great potential RWA field. So we align with Fathom into our views regarding RWAs and DeFi, decentralization. And to be another milestone for RWAs on XDCNetwork. And this surely will be a multi-step opportunity for our partner. We're gonna see a marketing campaign together. And I just encourage our listeners, our community members to stay tuned.
Yes, we're very encouraged. Any work with Stasis with the EURS and Fathom protocol or Fathom Finance is welcome news to all of us. And I think there's a ripple of excitement that's gone around the ecosystem, with that news that came out last week. And congratulations. I think we all as XDC community members have a special place for Fathom Finance, and we wish you all the best with that.
It's great to hear.
Yeah, of course. So obviously, just on that whole RWA aspect, it's blowing up big time, that whole narrative. Securitizers adoption of yield tax, USTY Treasury bond, and everyone wants to somehow drop BlackRock's name. We've just seen this week as well with another blockchain, or it's not really a blockchain, but another network has sort of started dropping BlackRock's name, and their price went up quite dramatically in 24 hours. But what's your take on the whole global real-world asset opportunities? How big could this market really be in your eyes, and what might be Stasis's role with the EURS or stablecoins? The larger picture of how can stablecoins really support the whole RWA?
Sure. So the trend is big finally, and we started as actual RWA company back in 2018 as with our stablecoin, but we didn't actually call it that way. We just called it like tokenization back then. Still the same. And I'm happy to see that coming to real adoption right now. It's the biggest trend for upcoming year. And I think that stablecoins and EURS in particular can be the very point of entry and exit to crypto and RWAs. So it provides a smooth gateway, a smooth transparent, regulated gateway, the stable economy will definitely grow globally, locally in Eurozone. But just wanted to mention that globally, we see the domination of dollar stablecoins. 99% of trades that go into USD stables, only less than 1% that go in non-USD assets like Euro, Lira, other assets limited to that. We have 12 companies in Eurozone producing nearly the same products.
Yep.
But we aim to be at the very spearhead of the market, to try to stay the first, to comply with the regulations, to add more blockchains, to add more features for the users and endpoints, of course. But I'm sure we're going to have a lot of marketing campaigns with all the XDC projects. Plus, we have some backlog, and we'll surely welcome new partners within the next few months. Actually, as we make some progress in XDC, I know there are more projects that might utilize our stablecoin. So I invite all the CEOs, all the projects to actually explore, reach out to us, and have a chat. We might find common goals. And a strong support from the foundation at large, and from Mr. Ritesh Kakat in particular. I just want to say a big thank you to him.
Yeah, well, we're very blessed. Our founders are very active and very integrated with the day-to-day, and it's definitely really good to hear that you've got some good experiences there with the XDC network.
We at Stasis see EURS as the potential driver of this whole narrative, being able to capture at least 20% of global market for non-USD trades. We foresaw this demand a while ago, and we see this still going valid. So the confirmation is there. It takes time to come to fruition, and next 5-10 years, we're going to see the explosion of this field. And I'm pretty sure EURS will see not just hundreds of millions, but billions in circulation.
Yeah, well, that's right. The whole Web3 market, the whole digital economy is really only just at its infancy. You're absolutely 100% right. And obviously, none of this is obviously financial advice or investment sort of conversation here, but you know, where would, apart from the private on-off ramps and platforms that Stasis and EURS is available, is there any other sort of exchanges, or what would be the on and off ramps other than that Swiss-based one? Is there?
Right. So obviously we promote our primary market, but there's a number of secondary markets in centralized, decentralized finance. There's be a lengthy list here, so just advise you guys, go to stasis.net, visit the ecosystem page, and you see the up-to-date list of our partners we work with. So you can, of course, obtain EURS in centralized finance through the network of our partners, or go DeFi. We have very large exposure in DeFi and many blockchains. We started the biggest euro-denominated polling curve, and it's still the biggest. And you're going to see more endpoints, of course, like I mentioned. We're actively working on that. Last few months, if you follow our newsletter, our news, or Twitter, so we had like almost a dozen partnerships every month, and we continue doing so.
What do you actually see Stasis's role going forwards in this whole tokenization and real-world asset sort of market driver? I mean, where do you see that future going for the EURS?
Well, so Stasis as an innovator in the fintech scene, and I think with next few years, going to market as leader in stablecoin production and partner of many great projects in the RWA scene. As from the start of the year, we partnered with several projects on that field. We'll continue to do so, since the more valid partners you face, more recognition you get, and of course, there's more use case coming to that.
And do you see much of that shifting when we're talking about the non-USD market? I mean, this is probably quite a large topic to try and pick out right now, but where do you see that whole USD dominance going? I don't mean to put you on the spot, Alex, but do we have a few hours to talk about this?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty intricate topic, since we consider EURS not just to be the best euro stablecoin, but the leading non-USD stable. Yeah, to those who are not happy with the USD sometimes.
Sure.
And since we have 80% of clients coming from Eurozone, we still see demand from Latin America, Asia, MENA region, Africa. And then we have a few partners of ours based in the United States. So we see the growing demand for diversification of the assets. Not just that, I want to mention that globally there is a trend to, see more local currencies in this, explore new use cases, to add more utilities, of course, to add more clients.
Well, we're very happy that Stasis decided to bring XDCNetwork along for the journey, Alex, and we're very appreciative of your time today. Is there so many sort of future-looking sort of goals or aspirations where you see Stasis and the EURS going before we sign off today?
Yeah, Sean, actually, I wanted to talk more about the present, because there are a few topics we haven't finalized about the transparency. A lot of clients, a lot of people in crypto at large don't realize what transparency is, why it still matters. Since we started after, this ICO don't fall era, we thought there's a gap in the market and it has to be addressed. So we established 4 streams of verifications. Yeah, not many projects can do that. So we sent Video Malta. It's a very reputable advisor of ours. Said we have daily account statements, quarterly and annual audits done by Video Malta. We have on-demand verification for onboard entities. Yeah. Next thing I want to mention is what we called EURS network. This is a very interconnected hub of exchanges, wallets, and services we built. It might sound too intricate. We made even a specific section website for users to actually realize how it works. Yeah. So yeah,
I really love the answer to that question, because when you have such a firm grip on what you're doing right and what you're doing in the present, the future takes care of itself, right?
Right. And we estimate that with the growth of the euro currency, the euro stablecoin market, the network's also poised for tremendous growth in the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, no, that's it. You've definitely positioned yourself to sort of be a foundational player, and it's just future's very bright for Stasis and the EURS. Any advice you want to give to XDC Australia or the Australian market itself when it comes to stablecoin regulations or issuance of stablecoins with the banks or the financial institutions which are currently offering stablecoins in Australia?
Of course. So stablecoin business is a very intricate and delicate topic, and you have to build expertise in traditional finance, technology, legal field, and of course marketing to make it happen, to do it properly. Because we saw over 200 of stablecoin projects over all these years, and almost 90% of them gone to oblivion. Half of the euro stablecoins began to oblivion, and with the new micro regulations, we cannot really say that every project is going to be compliant, will not face closure at the end of the day. So we've been compliant since day one, and we put transparency as the backbone of our operation since the inception. So we've been instrumental in helping the Maltese governments, help them to shape the local fintech scene, and issued a book and regulations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
in other words,
help them.
Absolutely. Get your ducks in a row and get the details right. Keep on top of your audits and make sure you have a good connection with your government, and your government has good regulatory assistance and open door policy. I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's a great summary of that. I would say that you also have to stay vigilant and anticipate the trends before they come live. And you have to build a great trusted network of partners if you want to succeed, and new features to stay ahead of the competition. So for us, there's also some things with the KYC stuff. You have to lower your entry barrier, because for us, with the on-ramp I mentioned, you have to get KYC'd. But of course, we thought about something else, aimed to lower this entry barrier, and this called instant verification. This very new feature we presented a while ago enables you to buy your stablecoins with up to 1,000 per limit in a month without actual KYC. You have to undergo verification with the phone and email. That's it. So the only limit is €1,000 per month, and you can experiment with that and enjoy an on-ramp experience with us.
Oh, sounds like you got some interesting, innovative developments going on there in the back room that you're bringing to market. So that's really interesting to hear. Well done.
Yeah, I want to mention the last one, which is STASIS Bridge, as an interoperability solution made to actually swap stablecoins from one chain to another. This has been a request for quite a while from the community, so you can now seamlessly operate with EURS and 7 chains. This is still a centralized model. We aim to actually develop it, enhance into decentralized later on. So stay tuned. There's a specific news section on the website as well. Go over to stasis.net, check it out, explore. There's a blog section. We used to have a blog on the Medium. We now shifted it to the website, and we have both. And of course, we have a Twitter channel, we have Discord, we have Telegram, and we have a YouTube channel.
Well, I was going to say we'll make sure all of those details are on the description on the production of the video. Yeah, absolutely.
Last but not the least, we have a newsletter. So you want to actually stay informed, subscribe, and get your monthly, sometimes even more often than monthly, set of news straight into your inbox about Stasis, about the whole fintech scene. Very short, up to date, with the links back.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Alex. I think we've covered a lot of good discussion points, and we've learned a lot about Stasis's EURS and a little bit about yourself. So thank you very much for coming aboard today in the XDC Real-World Asset Series.
The pleasure is mine, Sean. Always happy to help.